This podcast is brought to you from our sponsors. Hey guys, if you have not heard about Anchor, it's a free way to make a podcast anywhere and at any time. And guess what? It's free 99. There are all types of built-in creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on a multitude of platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Now, I know what you may be thinking, but Brandon, why in the world would I create a podcast? Okay, so let me tell you. First of all, it starts with an M and it ends with a Y. It's called money. So why would you be asking me why you don't want to make money? Yes, I said it because you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So there you go. Stop thinking about it and just download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I did, and so can you.
Let's go. Willpower, the finest hour, the shade of coward. You were soured and now you're showered and empowered. Sooner or later you need a favor. Be free of haters, educator, giving my testimony just minutes later. Move your soul like the Holy Ghost with a faithful note and yeah, my quotes. Lifting your spirit higher than any rope. I be the reason that you're believing and taking stands. We demand more of this freedom, so why you want us banned? We have a voice of our own, you're hearing angry tones. Looking for some justice, must have had it postponed. Need a shoulder to lean, that goes for any means. Yeah, I'm here to uplift more than just your self-esteem. I'm a dreamer, the future is never out of reach. And I ain't least the fury, I hope the poet say I'm beast. Every day is a test, so bring your A game. And if not, I'll take blame and push you well beyond pain. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. Let them know. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I do this all for you. I see your fears, too many tears been shed. It led to a depression, progression is what's ahead. Struggle can be a blessing, a lesson for your survival. A rival can make a move and it's never cool to be idle. Look in the mirror and see yourself at your worst. And you're working to show your worth and you're witness a rebirth. You're not alone and that never should be an issue. Roll with the ones who with you, the others are superficial. Continue to be yourself and know like you will either dish you. You in the moment, so go and own it. There's no opponent or component stopping your fight, so please go and show it. I got a purpose for people looking for something new. I promise you, I'll give you perspective and give you wider views. Say you will and I will, let's make a final vow. We'll go that extra mile, the fan would love to see you smile. Honestly, it's been a while, letters in a big pile. No shame in a stumble, we all have our flaws. Win a draw, I'm cheering for you to be a superstar. The world's clapping and giving a confirmation. The nation has got your back, a true standing ovation. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. Let them know. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I do this all for you. I made a promise from me and you and I plan to keep it. I made a promise to all the fam and I plan to keep it. I made a promise to all my friends and I plan to keep it. I made a promise to mankind and I plan to keep it. I will see it through. I made a promise to you. I will see it through. I made a promise to you. I will see it through. I made a promise to you. I will see it through. I made a promise. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. Let them know. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I do this all for you.
Welcome to another explosive episode of the Start Thinking Forward Morning Motivational Show. I'm your host, Brandon L. Draper, and you can check me out on Instagram at The Real Motivational King. I'm excited that you decided to rise above the noise and tune into this positive vibration of intellectual content. I don't take it lightly, though, that you're here. And in order for us to continue to give you nonstop, impactful content, I need your help. So hit that like button and subscribe to whatever platform that you're listening to this podcast on. And most importantly, share this message of hope and inspiration. With that being said, let's get on with the show. All right, here we go this morning. Good morning. Wake up. Hey, guys. So today's topic is about struggle or die. You choose. Now, what exactly do I mean by struggle or die, right? Because most people don't want to struggle. I mean, that's the last thing people want to do because struggle means pain, and pain is not something that people welcome. I don't welcome pain. I don't welcome the struggle. But one of the things that we used to say in the military is embrace the suck. Right? Sometimes you got to embrace the pain because the pain is going to metamorphosize you into something else, right? And in order for you to become that something else, you have to go through the struggle because the pain is going to sculpt you into exactly what you need to be. Now, someone still laying down just heard that and they just stood up out of their bed. Because now that you're thinking about that, the pain and the struggle that you're going through is preparing you for something greater. And in order for you to get to something greater, you have to endure the pain. Let me share a story with you, right? And it talks about struggle. A man found a cocoon of a butterfly. One day, a small opening appeared. He sat and watched the butterfly for several hours as it struggled to force its body through that little hole, until it suddenly stopped making any progress and looked like it was stuck. So the man decided to help the butterfly. He took a pair of scissors and snipped off the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily, although it had a swollen body and small shriveled up wings. The man didn't think anything of it, and he sat there watching for the wings to enlarge to support the butterfly. But it didn't happen. The butterfly spent the rest of its life unable to fly, crawling around with teeny wings and a swollen body. Despite the kind heart of the man, he didn't understand that the restricting cocoon and the struggle needed by the butterfly to get itself through the small opening, where God's way of forcing fluid from the body of the butterfly into its wings to prepare itself for flying once it was out of the cocoon. The moral of the story is simple. Our struggles in life develop our strength. Without struggles, we never grow and never get stronger. So it's important for us to tackle challenges on our own and not rely on the help from others. Think about that for a second. We get into a situation and we're so quick to say, man, I want somebody to help me. I wish I had this. I wish it would just fall in my lap. I wish it was just easier for me. I wish I just had it all. You don't want to go through the struggle because guess what? It can fall in your lap. But whatever falls in your lap, will you be able to keep it? See, the struggle helps you and prepares you to have the strength. Mentally, physically, have the strength to maintain once you get it. Once you have it, can you keep it? See, one of the things I always perpetuate this idea is that talent can take you anywhere, but integrity is what's going to keep you there. Sometimes we feel as if we need help when the only help that we need is from ourselves. When we look into ourselves and make a decision that we're going to do something different, that we're not going to do the status quo, that we're not going to accept just what everyone hands us, but we're going to cultivate and create ourselves. We're going to reinvent ourselves. And if you're listening to this right now, it doesn't matter how old you are. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. But understand that you have to go to the struggle, because the struggle is what's going to make you who you are. It's going to help you to be able to define yourself through those difficult moments. It's going to help you push through that cocoon. And instead of having a swollen body, not being able to fly like the butterfly, all that fluid is going to get pushed up out of you so your body can be slim like it needs to be. And that's going to nourish those wings so those wings can be able to open up wide. And when you push up out of that cocoon, you're able to fly. See, a lot of us, we want to fly, but we don't want the struggle, but we want to fly. If you want to fly, embrace the suck. Get ready for it. Because I wish I could sit on this platform and tell you, hey, it's going to be all right and everything's just going to work out the way you planned it. There's a lot of people that say that. Usually they got a program that goes 5 steps on how to revolutionize your life. You give me $2,000, I'm going to revolutionize your life. Let me tell you how to do it in 5 easy steps, right? There's no such thing, right? The 5 easy steps, the 5 easy steps on how they're going to get in your wallet. That's the 5 easy steps, right? You already got what you need within you. You were born with it. But running away from the problems, running away from the struggle is not going to make you stronger. It's going to make you weaker. And when the time comes that you must now fly, you don't have the capability of flying because you have not built those muscles that you need. Your body is not conditioned. Your mind is not conditioned. So even when the opportunity comes, you are not prepared. Because that's all success is when preparation meets opportunity. Opportunity can come, but you're not prepared. You haven't conditioned yourself because you never know anything. You know the people, no matter what, the reason they haven't done anything is because they don't know how to. I mean, that's an easy reset to go to. I just don't know. Because they don't want to face the struggle of finding out. They don't want to go through the struggle of having to do the work. Oftentimes people miss success because when it comes knocking, it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. Prime example, you're sitting there, you only got one day off of work. And, you hear your doorbell ring, ding dong. You look out the window, you see it's your friend. You see his car smoking. He got a pair of overalls on, all dirty. Say, hey man, come on, I need your help. You might not answer that door. Same situation. The only difference is this. Ding dong, the bell rings. You look out the window, you see your friend in a convertible with a surfboard in the back. Or you see he got a trailer with some jet skis in the back and says, hey man, let's go and chill out today. That's how we look at situations in our lives. See, we'll take the go jet skiing, we'll take the go surfing, we'll go to the beach because that's easy and it feels good. But when it comes to the work part, and that's what success is saying, hey, you got to be able to put some work into this. You're going to have to struggle through this. Oh man, I don't want to do that. So the question then comes in, how bad do you really want it? Because see, the struggle is going to define who really wants it. See, you can lie and say you really want it, but the struggle is going to even things out. It's going to clear the playing field because everyone that says that they want it and they want it real bad really don't want it as bad as they think, because when that pain comes, they go and retreat. So if you're tired of being in the retreat part of your life, here's the time for you to step up and say, look, I got to face the struggle in order for me to have it, because I understand that those that don't have it is because they're not willing to struggle. And I'm not knocking anyone that has a job or anything like that, but there's a different type of person that says, hey, I want to go on business for myself, and the person says, I want to go work for someone else. There's two types of people, different type of people. Then you have the people that's on the job that want to go into business for themselves. But if you're relying on that security blanket of having a job to pay your bills, how can anyone knock you and say there's something wrong with that? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you want more, then there's something wrong with that. See, if your desires of your heart and what you want to do and you believe in what you're doing, and you believe that it's going to help not only yourself but other people around you, that you, by you finding yourself and doubling down on that's going to benefit you and others, yeah, there's something wrong with you settling for something less than you're capable of. By no means or measure am I telling anyone, yeah, if you got a job, quit your job and go after your dreams and passion. Because I'm going to tell you, oftentimes when you're going after your dreams and passion, you're working hard, it don't pay you right away. See, that's the trick in the game, right? So you got to understand the rules of the game. If it was that easy that someone can just say, I'm passionate about this, and then go out and within a couple of weeks, it's already said and done, man, everyone will be doing it, right? But because it's hard, well, I'd rather have a security blanket of having a job and having money coming in and being able to pay my bills. What's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing's wrong with that. But something's wrong with that if you want more and you refuse to do anything to move yourself to a higher elevation as a result of your fear of being constricted by just security itself. See, what you can do if you got the job is then you can start saving money. You can start building yourself out. I won't tell anyone to do it the way I did it. The way I did was very painful. I made a lot of bad decisions along the way in my business, just jumping out there. And I'm legendary for that. You know, I don't like to talk about things for a very long time. I say what I'm going to do and I do it. No one can ever deny that about me and say anything different. I say I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's it. Right? One way or the other, I'm going to figure out how to do it. The only bad thing about that is when you just have that mentality, this is what it is and I'm going to do it. And you really don't know what's on the other side of that. Then when you get into that and then you having, all hell's busting loose in your life. Hey guys, with that being said, we're going to take a real quick commercial break. And one of the things that we do on this podcast is we support other artists and entrepreneurs. We actually going to have an entrepreneur, retired Colonel Carla Bass is going to be on the show later this evening. So please tune in at 8 o'clock for that. But the next song you're going to hear is a song called Mellow Dreams by an artist called Mindful. So please support our artists that we have featured on our show. All right, so we'll be right back after this commercial break.
It all started as a need for catharsis, since I never saw reason for speaking speeches of sparseness. Was only cool with select few people and targets, cause I felt the average person was evil and heartless. Attitude was reticent, but raps I brewed were eloquent. I snapped into my elements, what I had to do was evident. My aptitude was prevalent, which begun my ascension to a class of my own, like the only one in detention. But I'm running from questions like, what do I expect? From rapping maybe a benign butterfly effect, but these thoughts of lofty missions don't come often. See, I'm trying to draft new plots and spitting like a young rock king. Never done rocking. Matter of fact, I haven't started yet. Still building my foundation with the mind of an architect. I know it's hard to get, but I chase my dreams with bold intentions, while these fake thugs can't see my bars cause they have no conviction. Yet the future got me stressing I'll be someone seldom seen, but then it hit me in a mellow dream. A mellow dream that life's a marathon, so pain happens to be a welcome theme. So be easy, like a mellow dream. A mellow dream, the future got me stressing I'll be someone seldom seen, but then it hit me in a mellow dream. A mellow dream that life's a marathon, so pain happens to be a welcome theme. So be easy, like a mellow dream. A mellow dream. It's been a little bit too long, dealing with the setbacks, feeling like my head's trapped right in the middle of the page full of less snaps. All I wanna do is write brand new songs. I don't wanna wonder what it's like to live free, so I'm keeping my mind on that. A bland job isn't gonna give me relief from the weight on my back, so my spine don't snap. Playing with the cards that I'm dealt. Saying on the bars that I felt, frustrated with the lack of plays from the past bad days, thinking how's my art gonna sell. But it's all good, I'm rapping for the love. A regular guy, not a trapper or a thug. I relate to the people and say that we're equal. My pain isn't lethal, I'm happy as a mug when it comes to doing music, or I'm talking to my wife. I'm learning how to use it to start stomping out my strife, using facets of the classics to add background to my raps. I'm finding wealth and living true, even though pockets feeling light. No desire to be wealthy, it's not a drastic thing, but there's fire in my belly and I'm spitting gasoline. See, my plan is sound, command the crowd with honesty and truth, while standing out, so slam the cloud, this product for the youth. So if the future got you stressing, you'll be someone seldom seen. It's gonna hit you in a mellow dream that life's a marathon, so pain happens to be a welcome theme. So be easy, like a mellow dream. The future got you stressing, you'll be someone seldom seen. It's gonna hit you in a mellow dream that life's a marathon, so pain happens to be a welcome theme. So be easy, like a mellow dream. Keep calm and dream on, you know?
Hey guys, real quick, I got a question for you. Have you ever wanted to be a risk taker? I mean, wanted to invest in yourself so bad, but just didn't know where to start, who to ask, how to move? Have you ever just wanted to share your story, lessons that you've learned along the way, or perhaps some sort of trauma you've witnessed or went through yourself, and you know that if you were to share that story, that testimony that you have within yourself, that it would be able to free some people, would be able to help some people to help them get through whatever it is that they're going through right now. But you feel as if you really and truly don't have a voice. How many people right now feel the same way, that they don't have a voice? But maybe if you're strong enough to step up to the plate, you don't know how many hundreds, thousands, or even millions. See, someone looked at President Obama, someone looked at Martin Luther King, and they believed them. And when that person said that to them, they actually believed that they could do it. So I'm challenging you and telling you, I believe that you can do it, because so many people take their story of triumph over adversity to the grave, never to be exhumed. And I don't want that to happen to you, and I refuse to let it happen to me. They always say the quickest way to find your purpose is to get around people that have found theirs. So right now, I challenge you to give us an opportunity to help you share your story with the world, if you so dare to step up to the plate. I don't care if it's fiction, nonfiction, drama, business, leadership, poetry, memoirs, you name it. There's a place for you here at Pinnacle Point Publishing. So connect with us online at www.pinnaclepointpublishing.com or give us a call at 1-866-222-3940. And back to the show. Here we go. It becomes a problem, right? And that struggle, but thing about it is that struggle, all those lonely nights, all those struggling, all those worries, all those frustrations, it made me who I am today. Now, would I be willing to go through that again, just reliving that pain? No, because remember what I said earlier this week, it doesn't matter, the situation at hand and being in a situation that you can't change. It doesn't change your feelings about it, right? It doesn't change how you feel. Like, if you got to accept something, March 26, 2009, I had to accept that I lost my mother. But that did not change how I felt about it. There's nothing I could do about that situation, but my feelings were still present. And right now, your feelings are still present in the things that you're facing in your life, and the struggles and predicaments that you're facing. Those feelings are real. No matter how positive the mindset you have, the feelings are still real. So, that's why I never aligned with that motivational guru stuff. It's like, you're telling me to get pumped up. I remember going to events when I was in network marketing, and literally, people jumping out their chairs, screaming, all pumped up, and half of them made a dime. I was making money and still was scared out of my mind because it wasn't enough. And I'm looking at people jumping up out of their chairs and haven't made a dime yet. And I come to realization when I came back home and my water was cut off. Literally, my water was cut off because I couldn't pay the bill. And one of my friends came over, I guess with the little contraption or whatever, and turned my water back on, right? Illegally. But that's what it was in that time. And it's really made me think, like, where did I go wrong? Like, okay, did I make the right decision going down this road? Facing evictions and stuff like that. I don't care what no one tells you. What someone says, you're going to make it and all that good stuff. And, man, it's just a matter of time. You may believe that. It's okay to believe that. That's what makes the journey bearable. But bear in mind that the feelings you have along the way are real, and they're there, and they hurt. You're going to feel them. Someone can tell you that, yeah, you're going to be a millionaire. The question is when. Hey, I'm struggling right now. When? I need my light bill paid now. $1 million 10 years from now sounds great, but freaking $200 would be even better right now. Because I'm in survival mode. See, it's that state of desperation. And that's what we talk about every morning, is getting you out of that state of desperation, because the state of desperation is only a mindset. You're only in a desperate situation if you see yourself in one. But if you see an opportunity for improvement, you see an opportunity to strategize on how you're going to come out of that situation better, that's where the magic happens, ladies and gentlemen. That is where the magic happens. And I had to face that reality in my life, going through some of the challenges that I did. I had to come and realize, people going to resonate with the real part of this. People want to hear, there's some people out there that just want to hear positive. Even if they're, they all chewed up like a pack of bubble gum, or a soup sandwich, soup with teeny little pieces of bread, just very mushy. They all jacked up from the flow up, but they want attaboys and you're doing great and keep pushing. Some people need that type of false motivation. I'm realist when it comes. I don't want that. I want to improve myself. I want to increase. I want to strategize and know where I'm at, where I'm heading, and what's the best way to get there. Because me dreaming and scheming and having my head in the sky, thinking that just me thinking positive alone is going to make something manifest in my life, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for me. It's not going to happen for you. It's not just about thinking about it positive, but what actions and what planning is going on. That's the key: planning and action, right? You make a declaration. You say, hey, I'm going to do this, right? Now I got to plan out how I'm going to do it. And then I got to take massive action. And I even take it even better. So a lot of people get caught in that. So I'm going to take even action out of it and say massive imperfect action. Massive imperfect action. What do I mean by that? Massive imperfect action, meaning you're going to take all your energy, resources, and go in the direction of not caring about the mistakes that you may make along the way. Some people are so concerned about making things perfect. It's the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. It has to be perfect. In order for something to be, in order for something to be perfect, you actually have to produce something, right? And there's no, my opinion, such a thing as perfect. Because all that stuff is based on perception, right? I can perceive something to be perfect. Someone can see it as flawed. Some people look at a diamond and say it's a perfect diamond. Someone else looks at it and they say, oh, no, it's not. It has flaws. Everything has flaws in it. But when you say that, so if everything has flaws in it and you're trying to say it needs to be perfect in order for, that's what you're struggling with. Your struggle right now is that it has to be perfect in order for you to put it out. Well, if nothing's perfect, you're never going to get it perfect. Therefore, that's your reason for never putting it out. You get it? Right? I hope that makes sense to you. So that irrational thought that you're having in your head, that thing that you're struggling with, is saying it has to be perfect. It has to look this way. No, get it out. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think. People are going to say and think whatever they want. And if they really care about you, they'll do more to try to help you than try to tear you down or say mean things about you in the process of you trying to learn something new. Because you don't know. Half of everything we ever started, we started from a place of having absolutely no knowledge about. So why get hung up on it now and say something has to be something that it can never possibly be? So just go out and make it happen regardless of the outcome. You're going to win, you're going to lose. That's just the nature of the game in which we play. But if you never ever, like people from a couple generations back used to say, you got to at least throw your name in the hat, right? And what that means is, in order for you to ever be chosen or picked for something, you got to compete in it, right? If you have a book or you have a course or you have a product or a service and you never put it in front of anybody, how can your name ever be chosen to do it? How can your name ever be picked? Because you never put your name in the hat. When you work and you focus and you're able to put your name in the hat. Hey, I may not be number one in the industry, but I'm somebody in the industry. Let me throw my name in the hat. I never know what may manifest from me putting my name in the hat. That's what that means. Give yourself an opportunity. Stop telling yourself no. You need help. I need this. I need that. I need that. You got everything you need right now. If you need it. So Now, and I'm gonna tell you, it's been proving more and more and becoming more clear to me as time's going on. People always gotta say, well, only if I had money, then X, Y, Z would happen. Only if I was this. Well, guess what? You came here, whatever. If you needed money, money would show up. When money needs to show up, if you're working on a business, when money needs to show up, it's going to show up. Obviously, whatever it is that you need to do right now, you don't need to do it with money. That's the struggle that you got to go through, because then once the money comes, you know how to better manage it. So instead of investing money in stupid things that's not going to yield you a return on investment, you're able to be able to focus your time and energy on the things that can double your money. But because it came to you so easy, someone just gave it to you, right? So when you're in business, there's opportunities all the time. People will proposition me, I don't want your money. I don't want it. I don't want your money. Because I'm building it myself. It is much better. I rather embrace the struggle, because it's much better. It's much better when you do it from the bottom up, that you don't have to ask anyone. You don't feel guilt over you and stuff like that. You know how it is. Sometimes it's just the weirdest thing. Like, you be in a situation in your life and you look at things just a little differently, especially as you get a little older. When you're younger, your mind is just different. It's just what it is. And I mean, I'm young enough and old enough to say it, right? Like, I was a complete dummy. Looking back in life, like, it's just what it is. Like, I didn't really think things out. I never really planned things out. I relied strictly on my talents, right? And how many other people out there, how many other people are surviving off their talents, right? But you could be the most talented person in a room. See, this is a struggle. You could be the most talented person in a room, but are you the hardest working person in a room? I always ask people, are you the type of person that can be counted on, or you're the type of person that be counted out? And a lot of times during time always reveals things. Like, some people just cannot ever be counted on. They're always going to be counted out, because they don't get past those struggles. They're looking for someone else to open up the cocoon for them. And you don't want to emerge out of the cocoon without going through the pressure, without going through the struggle, without going through the fight. You don't want to come up out of the cocoon like that, because you're not going to be prepared for the world ahead of you. You're not going to be able to fly. You're going to be in pain. You're going to be swollen, because that's not the way in which things were designed. Right? So some would say the tree doesn't struggle to grow, but it has to push through the dirt. It has to push through the soil. Right? It has to fight with other trees in order to get light, to be able to photosynthesize. Right? It's a struggle. It's a struggle for survival. Right? So understanding what struggles are, understanding that when you're facing a struggle, don't be so quick to try to elicit the help of someone else that can immobilize you instead of elevate and empower you, because you're always looking for a rescue from someone else when you should be rescuing yourself. Sit yourself down. Come up with a plan of action. Once you come up with a plan, that better tells you or lets you know if you are going to need help from someone else. But try to initially start everything off with yourself. Stop trying to rely on other people, because sometimes when people help you, I always say there's strings attached. There's things that come along with that. And if that's not your vision or what you see for yourself, be very mindful. Hey guys, it's been wonderful. I hope this message inspired you and touched you. All right, until next time. Hello all, thank you for tuning in to another motivational show. I hope that you may have gained some insight from this show, but please don't forget to like and subscribe to this podcast to stay up to date with our daily dose of inspiration. And if you are a true risk taker and a fan of this show, please go to patreon.com/Creators United. That's Patreon, patreon.com/Creators United, right? And support our show and get some behind the scenes information on how you can empower yourself, your family, and your business to new heights. And if you want to connect, we are available 24/7. You can check us out online at www.pinnaclepointpublishing.com, and you can chat with us or send us an email, or you can send me a direct email at brandon@pinnaclepointpublishing.com, or even give us a call on the horn, as they say, at 1-866-222-3940. And until next time, I'll see you again.